With all the time traveling, universe rebuilding, and real-world issues constantly messing up storylines over on The Flash, I'm sure it's not exactly surprising to most of you that the Flash writers have occasionally dropped a plotline or character or two over on the show's 6, soon to be 7, seasons on TV. However, one of the biggest that everybody apparently just up and forgot about, one of the coolest additions to the Flash lore and Arrowverse universe in general, was the Speed Force's usage of the Black Flash. Why the Speed Force would feel the need to make something like this is really anybody's guess, since it's never been directly stated on the show, and we've already seen it use time wraiths in the past, but personally, I think transforming and using Zoom was the Speed Force's way of dealing with the increasingly faster speedsters who may be able to get away from its more traditional punishments. I mean, think about it. Barry, for example, was capable of going Mach 2 when he first started using his powers, and definitely couldn't handle a time wraith on his own when he first met one back in Season 2. Only a season and a half later though, now this same guy is capable of easily outrunning and outmaneuvering one of these things, but struggles just as badly, if not worse, when dealing with Zombie Zolomon over here. I'm just saying, having more drastic measures of dealing with shitty speedsters isn't exactly the worst idea. Plus he looks super cool, so it's always awesome to see him on screen. Either way though, I'm sure some people watching this video are going to be like, but comics, they can't use the Black Flash anymore, he's gone, remember? Killer Frost killed him back in Season 3. And that's true, Black Flash was frozen and shattered in the Season 3 finale finish line.
See you later, Hunter.
The one thing Black Flash can't fight, cold.
What a bunch of crap.
But even though we haven't really seen or heard from him since, there's two big pieces of evidence that prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Black Flash was still running around out there somewhere, just waiting for the call to fuck up some unsuspecting speedsters somewhere in the multiverse. At least until there were some extenuating circumstances. Anyways, we can see our first big piece of evidence in the fact that the Flash's Season 3 finale wasn't the first time Black Flash was destroyed. I'm not entirely sure why, but a lot of people seem to forget that it was actually first destroyed by Barry in the episode Into the Speed Force. During an attempt to rescue Wally from the Speed Force prison, Barry was attacked by the Black Flash and overloaded the ghoulish speedster by hitting it with Cisco's tether to the outside world. Now, sure, is it possible that Barry somehow used that thing to just, I don't know, kick Black Flash out of the Speed Force and not kill it? Well, actually no, for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, that's not even how the device was said to work by Cisco and Caitlin when they described it to Julian earlier in the same episode.
Anyway, it gives us all the relevant locus information no matter what corner of the multiverse Barry's stuck in.
And if Barry needs our help, it'll stimulate Cisco's prefrontal cortex.
And I'll open a breach and suck him back in.
But even if it was, why didn't Black Flash just run back in and finish messing Barry up? Considering how it managed to come back just a few episodes later, this alone proves that the Speed Force is capable of putting Black Flash together when needed, but doing so just takes a bit of time, otherwise we would have seen it fighting Barry in the lower levels of the Speed Force rather than Captain Cold. Just in case that's not enough for you though, evidence number 2 is the big plot hole this scene retroactively introduces in Season 2 of Legends. Remember, Eobard's entire scheme that season was to fix the Spear of Destiny and use it to restore his place in the timeline, effectively getting the Black Flash off his back. However, if Black Flash is capable of being destroyed by Cold, then why didn't Thawne, a genius who studied the Speed Force for years, made anti-speedster weapons?
It's a funny thing about Rip Hunter's anti-speedster weapons. I invented them.
And even track the movements of the Black Flash, not think to make or use a Captain Cold type freeze ray and, freeze it or something. I mean, hell, the dude's standing right there, just have him shoot it or something. Him not being able to do that and get rid of Black Flash permanently makes way more sense, since even if he did, the Speed Force would still eventually manage to put Black Flash back together and send him back out into the world, ready to chase Thawne over and over for the rest of time. Kinda makes you feel bad for him. At least until you remember what a dickhead he is.
Why did you kill my mother? Because I hate you.
Really, the only hitch in this theory is the fact that we don't see Black Flash at all when Barry and Nora are jumping through time in the Season 5 episode What's Past is Prologue. Despite the fact that one of them is obviously way too fast for a regular time wraith, and they're both breaking the Speed Force's rules by messing with time,
The Speed Force doesn't like it when speedsters mess with time.
we only ever see a time wraith coming after them, and even then that's only for about half the episode. So does this episode throw a big ol' wrench into everything I've been saying up till now? Well, you'd think so, but think about what all we've seen the Black Flash actually used for. So far, he's had to track down and erase a Paradox who's constantly messed with major historical events for his own gain, and stop a dumbass speedster from saving his friend and potentially destroying Central City in the process.
Major no.
Based on all that, it seems like we really only see the Speed Force using this thing when a speedster is royally fucking something up, not necessarily for something minor like just traveling through time. So yeah, it's not exactly a plot hole, but at the same time, it wouldn't hurt if a future season of The Flash maybe cleared up the rules a little bit. Either way, it is a little bit annoying that we didn't get to see that much of the Black Flash before the Speed Force officially died, but if the writers somehow managed to tie Barry's new artificial Speed Force to the existence of the regular one, then maybe we might just see the Black Flash in a future episode or something.
Hey, I can dream, can't I?
But anyways guys, that's my take on what all happened to the Arrowverse's version of the Black Flash after the events of Season 3. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.